in here, Fred.
Saw your car outside. Ah, heck. This is a rum do. I say it's a rum do, is this?
Yeah, tell me about it. The rag trade's tough enough without this happening. I don't know why I don't take the hint and jacket in altogether, go over to Spain and spend the rest of my life on the golf course.
Never in this world. You'll be bored silly. No, you have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again.
Yeah, well, that's going to take a lot of energy, determination, and a lot of money.
You've got the energy of a man half your age. I say half your age. As for money, you're insured, aren't you?
Yeah, of course I am, and it's costing me a fortune. But you can bet your bottom dollar, sure as we're in here, there's some whiz kid at head office going through the small print to try and find a clause so he doesn't have to pay us.
I dare say. Terrible thing, it's fire. How did it start, any road?
Haven't got a clue. The fire inspector's trying to come up with an answer to that right now, and until he does, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm stuck with orders I can't fulfill and a workforce I can't pay.
Well, while you're waiting for the insurance, if I can be of any help, you've only to say. If you want some money to bridge the gap, as it were, I'd be only too happy to oblige.
Oh, Fred. Oh, that is kind of you, and I do appreciate that. But for the moment, we'll just wait and see, shall we?
Fair enough. Money's there if you need it. Now, I'll tell you what. Why don't you come to Rovers and have a drink and a bite to eat and forget your troubles for an hour or two?
There's nothing I'd like better, but at the moment, I'm off to the hospital to see how young Nick is, and if you can tell me anything about this fire.
Yeah, it's 22 Bessemer Street, going into town, Patrick. You all right? I'll be in 5 minutes, love.
Hi, baby.
Hello.
Me and some of the girls were going to see Janice at the hospital. Any chance of a cab on the firm?
No, there's flipping not. I'm here to earn money, not give away free cab rides.
Right, naughty. What are all these?
Bills. Price you pay for love.
Oh, our dream wedding, you mean?
I wish it had remained a dream, then we wouldn't have to pay.
All that money on flowers?
Well, you wanted a good show, dear.
Oh, I suppose I did. Oh, I knew World Cup Manor is pricey, but this is a lot of money to find, isn't it?
You can say that again, and there's more of this to come. And on top of all that, would you like to see my credit card bill?
No, not right now. This couldn't come at a worse time, could it? My job going up in flames.
We'll get through it somehow. Go on, go and cheer Janice up.
No, I've changed my mind. I think it's me that needs cheering up now. There you go. Thanks.
So what's the damage to Underworld?
Well, as of now, we're out of business for the foreseeable future. If there is a future.
As bad as that?
As bad as that. Mind you, there are some people that think that it could have been worse. Janice Battersby would have died if you hadn't carried her out. Must take a lot of guts to go back in there.
No, it's just what anyone would have done.
Oh, don't you kid yourself. Not many people have risked their lives for Janice, especially those that know her.
Yeah, well, I didn't really stop to think.
You thought fast enough to get the computer disc and the petty cash, didn't you? Well done, my son.
It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, I'd still like to know what happened. I'd like to know what caused that fire.
Sorry, Mike, I don't know. I mean, it all happened so fast.
Yeah, I realise that.
What are you doing out of bed?
Oh, that's all right. Your boyfriend's okay, so you can stop worrying. Right, the inquest will have to keep. I'm going back to the factory. What's left of it.
Cheers, Mike.
Didn't expect to see him here. Didn't have him down as a visiting type.
No, nor me. I think he's more interested in what caused the fire, though. He doesn't know I wasn't there when it started, and I think it's best if we keep it that way.
Okay.
You're lucky to be here, you know.
Am I? Well, I'll have to take your word for it, because I can't remember much. So all of a sudden there's all these flames. And there's me running round panicking like mad. Then I must have passed out. Because after that, nothing. Till I come round in here.
Don't you remember Nick?
Nick? What about him?
Well, it was him who got you out the factory. He ran in and he found you, dragged you out.
That's what Sonia was saying about you being lucky to be here. But for Nick, you'd be dead.
Blimey. He doesn't even like me.
Well, that's understandable. You always give him an hard time.
Yeah, I suppose I have, yeah. Fair dues. Fizz, give us a chocolate, will you?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, There's one good thing about having a broken ankle.
What's that?
I don't have to play in a flaming football team, do I?
Well, nobody does, come to think of it. Football kit all went up in smoke.
Not just that either. Looks like our jobs have gone up in smoke. That factory was a wreck.
Have you thought about having her christened?
Christened? No, I haven't. I'm not religious. I never go to church. Neither do you, for that matter.
I do. I go to funerals, don't I? You know, I love a good funeral. Quite frankly, I prefer them to weddings. You don't have to waste your time hoping for a happy ending.
Why are you so bothered about me getting her christened anyway?
Well, think about it. Seems to me it's a good way of getting a message across.
A message to who?
To whom it might concern. You'd be saying, this is my daughter, I decide what to do about her, and it's my way of showing no one else is having her. It's me that's bringing her up.
Well, you're right about one thing. I do decide what happens to her. And I've decided I'm not having her christened.
Well, before you rule it out...
That's the end of it.
Mr. Baldwin's car's here. Unless he's in Rovers.
Well, let's see, anyway.
What do you lot want?
Well, we were hoping to see you, Mr. Baldwin. Find out, you know, where we stand on that.
About our jobs.
Yeah, and our wages.
Well, one thing's for sure. You won't be working in there for a few weeks. Maybe never.
What do you mean, maybe never?
Well, how do I know? I haven't got a crystal ball. I don't know how things are going to work out, do I? The fire investigator's in there now. He reports to my insurance company, right? When? Your guess is as good as mine.
Hey, but hang on. What about us? I mean, this is our living.
I'm in the same fix. Like I said, it's down to the insurance company. When they pay me, I'll pay you.
Hey, Janice.
Never expected you to visit.
Well, I haven't come by specially, if that's what you mean. I've been in here since last night.
So you got hurt in that fire as well, did you?
No, nothing much. Just a couple of minor burns and some smoke on my lungs.
The girls came in earlier. They said it were you that dragged me out of that building.
Yeah. But if I hadn't, the firemen would have got you. They were just arriving as we got out.
That's not what they reckoned. They said I'd have had it if it hadn't have been for you. Well, I'd just like to say thank you. And I mean that. I know that we've never been friends.
And I suppose we ever will be. Because of Leanne.
No. But all the same, I'd like to say thank you.
Well, I hope you get out of here soon. That's what I came to say. But Janice, I need to know. The fire, was it you? Were you smoking?
Why do I always get blamed for everything?
Janice, it's a fair question. I think I'm entitled to a straight answer.
Yeah. I were having a crafty fag in that stock room right back. I got locked in. I don't know how it started, really. It just suddenly went whoosh. The whole place was on fire. I suppose you'll tell Baldwin. He doesn't have to know, does he? Does anybody have to know?
I'll have to think it over. But I've got a feeling it probably will have to come out. I'll see you.
Has the fire officer said anything about how it started?
Well, he said it could have started in the back stock room, and then he gives me a little waffle. I mean, he said it could have started with a cigarette butt, but they always say that if they've got nothing definite.
Yeah, and sometimes they're right. You see, I reckon somebody could have been having a crafty smoke.
Nah. No, they go out in the street if they want a fag, don't they?
Cheers. Well, they did do, till Nick put a stop to it. The girls who don't smoke were moaning that them that do were getting extra breaks, you see.
Janice Battersby wouldn't like that. Hang on, was it her? I mean, the girls got out when the fire alarm went, didn't they? I mean, was it her? Was she smoking in that building?
I don't know.
Well, what do you know? You were supposed to have been there, weren't you?
I'd just finished clearing out the stockroom, and then Hayley asked me to give her a lift with a new delivery.
Well, why you? Why couldn't she ask Nick?
Well, he hadn't got back.
Hang on. Are you telling me that Nick wasn't in that factory when the fire started? That the man I put in charge wasn't there?
Well, I thought you knew. I thought he'd have told you.
Yeah. Well, for some strange reason, he didn't. Right, come on.
Where are we going?
Find out who's to blame. Find out the truth about this catastrophe.
It's very nice of you to visit me, Mr. Baldwin. You too, Harry.
I'm glad you lived to tell the tale.
Oh, thank you.
And as you survived, you can tell the tale to me. You were found unconscious in the back stockroom, is that right?
Yeah, so they say.
What do you mean, so they say? Surely you know whether you went in the back stockroom or not.
Well, I did actually. Now I come to think of it.
Harry, just tell me again what you said in the car coming over, will you?
I cleaned out the stockroom, then I got called away, and I went back to lock the door. I looked in, but I didn't see anybody in there, though.
Yeah, but Janice was in there. And you got locked in. So you must have been hiding when Harry looked in. Why were you hiding? Because you had a cigarette in your hand.
Yes! Yes, I was smoking. Why do we have to go through all this palaver when it seems like you know anyway? Nick told you, did he?
As a matter of fact, he didn't. I wonder why.
Yeah, well, it was his fault that it happened. Tried to put a block on us going outside for a fag break. So I had to smoke inside.
Well, you were always trouble, but this is the prize winner.
So I'm out of a job then, right?
Everybody's out of a job, and do you know why? Because my insurance is void if that fire was caused by someone smoking in the building. Underworld's gone forever. I'm finished, you're finished, your friends are finished. All thanks to you.
I'm sorry, yeah? I am really, really sorry.
Unless...
What do you mean, unless?
The fire investigators don't find any proof. That's the only chance I got my insurance money back, rebuilding Underworld and giving them all their jobs back. So you better pray that that fire destroyed all your faggins, and you never, never smoked in that building if anybody asks. Now, do you understand what I'm telling you?
Does that mean that I'll get my job back then as well?
If we get away with it, you've got a job for life. You'd be fireproof.
What is it you want?
I need to talk to you.
Oh, you got a message from Steve, is that it?
No, it isn't. He doesn't know I'm here. Him and Karen wouldn't approve. I just want to have a look at my granddaughter.
Yeah, well, she's asleep and I don't really want to wake her.
I only want to see her. Listen, Tracy, I know I said some really hard things. OK, I went over the top. I am sorry. Oh, she's really beautiful.
Right, well, you seen what you came to see?
We don't need to fall out. I am not your enemy. I want to keep in contact with my granddaughter and stay in her life. Hey, it's for her as well as me. Babies need all the grandmas they can get.
Yeah, well, they need fathers and all, don't they? But she's not going to have one.
Listen, I understand. She is Steve's daughter, and he ought to acknowledge that. He ought to be in her life. Right now, he's trying to hold on to his marriage. And if you know Karen, you know that isn't going to be plain sailing. Just give him time. One day things will be different.
What, you really think so?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Cheers, Shell.
Nick, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine, thanks.
Oh, I just wanted to say, I think it was wonderful what you did getting Janice out of that fire.
Yeah, good on you, sunshine.
Here, here.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. What do you want to drink?
Just me usual, please, Shell.
Now then, young man, put your money away. It's no good in here tonight. Shelley, give this young man and his lovely lady whatever they want on the house.
Oh, cheers, Fred.
It's no more than you deserve. Oh, sorry. It's lads like Ashley and Nick. Aye, and lasses like Claire here make you realise the young folk of today are not all antisocial dropouts like some folk make out. No, me and me are young in our own way, aren't we? Young at heart.
If you say so, Fred.
I do say so. He could have lost Claire here, you know. Oh, yes. He could have let this lovely girl slip through his fingers by not telling her his feelings.
I'll knock it off. You're embarrassing us now.
Fiddlesticks. I'm not embarrassing, am I, Claire?
No, I'm used to it now.
There you are, see? You're being backwards and not coming forward, as it were. He could have missed his chance of happiness.
Fred, will you change the barrel for me, please, love?
If I must. Excuse me again.
Goes on a bit, me Dad, but that's just his way.
He's very kind-hearted, though, really he is.
Well, you don't have to make excuses for him, not for me. I think he's very genuine. I mean, when you're with him, you get his full attention. Makes a nice change from most men.
Do you want to sit in here all night then, seeing as it's free drinks?
No, I don't. I want to be alone in bed.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. Shall we finish these and then go back to my place then?
Okay. Actually, no, there's something I need to do first. I need to go and see my mum. Only to tell her that you and me are back together for good. And it won't be at hers.
You do realise, Hayley, this solicitor we're seeing, Mr. Pumphrey, is going to cost us an arm and a leg. Not that I begrudge the money. I'd give everything we've got to get little Patience back.
Amy. Tracy calls her Amy now.
Oh, yes. I did see her out with the baby yesterday. It was Amy this and Amy that. All intended for my benefit, I suspect.
I still don't believe that she truly wants that baby.
Well, Steve certainly doesn't. I heard everything he said to Tracy. And he made it very clear that he wanted no part in that child's upbringing. Now, this is something we must stress to the solicitor. If that child remains with Tracy, then it'll never have a father. Whereby, if the courts were to give her to us, well, it's bound to strengthen our case, isn't it?
Let's hope so, Roy.
All done and dusted, your new barrel's on.
Thanks, Fred. Will you just hold the fort for 2 minutes? I've just got to nip out.
Hey, what for?
I've got a little present for Tracy Barlow's baby.
I thought you and her had fallen out way back.
I'm falling out with the baby. I'll be right back.
See, you are. You're interrupting my private life.
Well, we'll have a public house.
You got a good one there, Fred.
You think so? She's too fond of getting her own road, is that one? Are they looking after you, Penny?
You see, the thing is with me Dad, well, what it is, he gets lonely.
He's got you and the baby and Claire at home. He's got plenty of company in here.
Yeah, but Ashley's right. I think he needs someone special in his life.
Yeah, that's what it is. You see, it makes him impulsive, do you know what I mean? And, well, then he gets hurt.
I'm not going to hurt him if that's what's worrying you. I'm very fond of him. Really, I am.
Right, night then.
Are you going? Have another drink.
No, thanks, Fred. Things to do, you know.
Yeah. I bet they have. Here, Fred, you're a pal of his. What's the score with Mike Baldwin's place? Is he going to rebuild it or what?
Certainly. Oh, he's no quitter, is Michael. I say he's no quitter. No, once the insurance money comes through, he's going to want that factory put right.
Any idea who we get to do the job?
One thing I do know, it wouldn't be you.
Oh, she is lovely, Tracy. You're so lucky.
Me lucky, you're joking.
I'm not.
Oh, it's just the thing, this blanket, Shelley. Not quite right for a christening shawl, though.
Oh, give it a rest, Gran. She keeps going on about me having Amy christened.
Well, that's a good idea, Blanche.
See, it's not just me. You want to take notice of her.
A nice little party after. Tell you what, I'll put it on at the Rovers. Put a buffet on for you.
I'd pay for it, you know.
I don't want a party.
Oh, you can be awkward when you want you. Well, don't have a party, then. But don't miss the biggest chance you'll ever get to show the world whose baby this is. I mean, them two at the cafe. They had her registered as patient scrubber, didn't they? You get her christened Amy Barlow. Show 'em who she really is.
She's right, you know.
Of course I'm right. I wasn't behind the door when the brains were handed out.
Yeah, OK. Yeah, why not? How does that grab you, Amy Barlow, eh? Eh?
Where have you been, Nick? I went to the hospital to visit you. You weren't
Yeah,
there.
Mum, listen, there's something you should know about me and Maria.
I knew you'd see sense about her. Who's
Did I just see Nick coming in? Yeah, you did. Oh, good, I've got business with him.
What can I do?
No, it can't, no. Oi, I asked you earlier if you knew how that fire started, and you said no, because it happened so quick.
Yeah, well, I do have a pretty good idea now.
Yeah, so do I. You lied to me. You weren't in that factory when the fire started. You were in charge. You were responsible, but you're off skiving somewhere.
Mike, I had to see Maria.
Might have known she'd come in.
And because you were off skiving somewhere, my factory burnt to a shell, my business is ruined, and there are people staring at no wages this week, and it's all because of you.
Oh, come off it, Mike. I didn't start the fire.
Maybe, but you could have put it out. But no, you were off making eyes at your girlfriend somewhere. Well, I'll tell you this. If my factory ever gets up and running again, and it's a damn big if, there won't be a job in it for you. You're sacked.